ever have one of those mornings where everything you do just seems to make people mad or go wrong? This is not a good day. I started to write out a list of all the things that I'm afraid of, but then the list got too big for the piece of paper I was working on. It's not done yet. Anyway, the day got better from there on. You know, I got some stuff done. I went home. I worked on the worship lead video a little bit. I went to Bishop's. I talked to the former Governor General, and now I'm here. I guess what I was feeling with regard to Ting, and what made the video yesterday, the feelings that were coming out of that, which I've since apologized for, is that it's the same thing that causes the constant turnover in things like Facebook. Every once in a while, Facebook changes itself, and people get mad and they complain, and then they move on with their lives. People complain because we don't like to deal with change. We like to get used to something and sort of deal with it. But that's only if the change comes before we get tired of something. In order to be functional, living entities of creation, we have to be able to be dynamic. We need to be able to change. And I think that after making a video every day in December, going back to a once-a-week structure, even though that wasn't dictated, it sort of happened by virtue of time. Going back to that sort of felt like stagnation. It felt like things weren't happening. And I feel like there had been a whole lot of movement, and then it all kind of stopped. And I've been trying to work on my blog and get more done there, and I haven't really been feeling like I've been meeting objectives, and then I do a lot of other things, and I have a baby on the way. And so all that sort of mounted up, and like with the list of fears, the more you think about the things that are bothering you, the more they bother you, and the more you think about them, and it just sort of becomes a giant pile of crap. So I'm trying to avoid the giant pile of crap. I'm trying to move on. Part of what Michaëlle Jean, the Right Honorable Michaëlle Jean, was talking about today in her speech, which was very inspirational, and which I'll have to write about tomorrow, was the notion that art and creative media are a way for people to change the world, that we can really make a difference with the things that we're doing, and whether or not anyone other than each other are watching these videos, I think that the process of creating them makes a difference in the world. I don't know if Ting, as it has been, is something that I'm going to want to continue with, and you know, I can't predict. I can't predict what things are going to be like once there's a baby here. But for now, this is what I'm doing. I'm not giving up, and I am looking forward to seeing your glitter face video next week. If you hadn't gotten grumpy at me and set your own deadline, I was going to set this coming Sunday as a deadline because you had super bunches of time to get things done. So it's good that you decided to make it on Saturday, because that's within my deadline. So, toodles.